For the past 5 years, the automotive world has been suffocated by a terrifying narrative. The golden era of true old-world luxury is dead. They argued that Mercedes-Benz had lost its way, blinded by a desperate rush into the electric revolution, abandoning the very heritage and obsessive engineering that originally crowned it as automotive royalty. They asked, with genuine concern, has Mercedes lost its touch? Are they done? Today, the release of the 2026 Mercedes-Benz S-Class Facelift shatters that narrative into a million pieces. The German Titan has not lost its touch. It was simply quietly forging a weapon of absolute dominance. The 2026 S580e long wheelbase AMG line is not merely a car. It is a technological leviathan, a roaring declaration of supremacy, and the definitive answer to anyone who dared ask if Mercedes had forgotten how to build the best car in the world. The moment this machine enters your line of sight, it commands a level of respect that borders on sheer intimidation. Clothed in the mesmerizing, shade-shifting Verde Silver paint, a color that morphs from a deep, wealthy emerald in the shade to a brilliant metallic silver under direct sunlight, the S580e weaponizes its elegance. Mercedes has completely redesigned the front fascia, but they didn't just tweak the bumpers, they went for the jugular. The legendary front grille is now 20% larger, exuding massive authority, but the true masterstroke is the illumination. For the first time in its history, the majestic three-pointed star standing proudly on the hood glows with an ethereal light, perfectly synchronized with the newly illuminated grille surround. Flanking this monumental grille are the all-new Matrix micro-LED headlights, armed with a striking tri-star daytime running signature. These are not just headlights, they are highly advanced optical cannons. Utilizing millions of micro mirrors, they project ultra-range beams up to 600 meters into the abyss, capable of projecting warning symbols directly onto the asphalt, turning the darkest, most treacherous nights into high noon. Paired with the aggressive, aerodynamically sculpted lower intakes of the AMG line package and the spectacular 20-inch 50-spoke high-pressure cast alloy wheels, the exterior profile perfectly balances the aggressive swagger of a modern sports sedan with the heavy, undeniable opulence of a royal carriage. At the rear, the newly integrated 3D star motif LED taillights give the car an incredibly wide, planted stance that leaves a lasting impression on everyone it passes. But true power does not just look intimidating. It moves with devastating, earth-shattering force. Underneath that glowing hood lies a powertrain that makes traditional V8 engines look completely obsolete. The S580e is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, but you must immediately banish any thoughts of boring eco-boxes from your mind. This is a marvel of hyper-engineering. It seamlessly marries a butter-smooth, aggressively turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-six engine with a massive, high-capacity 28.6 kWh battery and a monstrously powerful electric motor. The combined output? A colossal 585 horsepower and an earth-twisting 750 Newton-meters of torque. When you plant your foot to the floor, the 9G-tronic transmission drops gears in milliseconds. The 4MATIC all-wheel drive system grips the tarmac like superglue, and this heavy, opulent luxury fortress violently launches from 0 to 100 in a blistering 4.4 seconds. It pins you to your seat with the relentless, uninterrupted surge of a silent freight train. Yet the true magic of the S580e lies in its astonishing duality. Do you need to commute through a crowded metropolis? The S580e transforms into a silent, zero-emission ghost. It delivers up to 100 kilometers, 62 miles of pure electric driving range. You can commute to the office, attend VIP meetings, and return to your estate in absolute, undisturbed serenity without the combustion engine ever waking up. And when the battery runs low, the DC fast charging capability juices it back from 10% to 80% in a mere 20 minutes. It offers the brutal power of a supercar with the refined, silent efficiency of a futuristic EV. To maneuver a vehicle of this sheer length and weight with the agility of a compact sports coupe, Mercedes engineers had to effectively bend the laws of physics. The standard Airmatic air suspension system features highly intelligent damping control that utilizes stereo cameras to literally scan the road ahead. It reads the asphalt, detecting potholes and speed bumps, and prepares the shock absorbers milliseconds before the tires even touch the imperfection. The car does not drive over the road, it levitates above it. But the real sorcery is the 10-degree rear axle steering system. At low speeds, the rear wheels turn in the opposite direction of the front wheels, aggressively altering the car's geometry, and shrinking the turning radius by a full 2 meters. It attacks tight corners, narrow parking garages, and busy city streets with a telepathic nimbleness that will leave you absolutely speechless. Furthermore, the 2026 model introduces the highly anticipated Drive Pilot Level 3 autonomous driving updates, allowing you to take your hands off the wheel and legally let the car drive itself in heavy highway traffic while you answer emails or watch a movie. Open the heavy vault-like soft closing doors, step inside, and the debate over the Mercedes legacy is permanently laid to rest. The cabin of the 2026 S-Class is nothing short of a technological coup d'etat. The controversial portrait-style iPad screen of the pre-facelift model is dead and buried. In its place is the breathtaking MBUX Superscreen. This is a massive, continuous pane of anti-reflective, scratch-resistant curved glass that spans the entire width of the dashboard. It seamlessly integrates a vibrant 14.4-inch central OLED display, a dedicated 12.3-inch passenger entertainment screen, and a deeply immersive 12.3-inch 3D digital instrument cluster for the driver. Powering this visual masterpiece is a water-cooled supercomputer executing an unfathomable 254 trillion operations per second. Integrated with advanced generative AI and ChatGPT, the car is no longer just a machine. It is a hyper-intelligent, context-aware companion capable of deep conversational interactions. But here is the ultimate victory, the definitive proof that Mercedes has not lost its soul. They actually listen to the drivers. They completely banish the frustrating, hypersensitive, touch-capacitive sliders from the steering wheel. Real, beautifully crafted, tactile physical buttons and metallic scrollers have made a triumphant return. You can feel the satisfying mechanical click of the aluminum climate control vents. This single massive decision proves that the soul of Mercedes is alive and well. They are building cars for the pure joy of the human experience again. Moving to the rear cabin, the ultimate CEO sanctuary, is where the S-Class transcends the concept of a car and becomes a private jet for the road. The long wheelbase format offers cavernous legroom. With the chauffeur package, the rear passenger seat reclines to a bed-like 43.5 degrees. But it doesn't stop there. It actively massages your calves, ventilates your spine, and immerses you in the breathtaking 1750-watt, 39-speaker Burmester 4D surround sound system. This audio system doesn't just play music. It features physical exciters built into the seats that vibrate the bass frequencies directly into your skeletal structure. The active ambient lighting, featuring 64 colors, visually pulses to the beat of your music or flashes red when you adjust the temperature. The level of obsessive, borderline absurd detail is what defines true luxury. The car does not merely heat your seat. It heats the center armrests, the door panels, the headrests, and incredibly, the actual seat belts, which warm up to 44 degrees Celsius to wrap you in a comforting embrace. Motorized AC vents automatically adjust their airflow direction based on your personal biometric profile and saved preferences. Dual 13.1-inch rear entertainment screens, now equipped with built-in high-definition cameras, allow executives to conduct flawless, high-speed Zoom or WebEx video conferences at 150 kilometers from your reach in an environment of pin-drop silence, thanks to the acoustic laminated glass that blocks out the outside world entirely. The 2026 Mercedes-Benz S580e long AMG line facelift is not just an automotive update. It is a brutal, uncompromising reminder to the entire industry of who sits at the absolute head of the table. They absorbed every criticism, analyzed every doubt, and weaponized it to forge a machine of flawless execution. It masterfully blends spine-tingling, silent performance and sci-fi intelligence with a heavy, tactile, old-world luxury that absolutely no other brand on the planet can replicate. Have they lost their touch? Have they forgotten their legacy? Not a chance. The king is back, the legacy is secured, and the throne is permanently theirs.